All right, our fourth question is this. Can you give us any advice on practical steps to take the most advantage of singleness? So we sort of covered this in this last Thursday. If you haven't had a chance, check out our singleness message, Redeeming Singleness, posted online. If you want access to that, you can message me if you can't find it or something like that. Really, we covered a lot of that. We discussed a lot of that. I'd be happy to answer any follow-up questions you have, provided you saw that and were a part of that. Let me just give you a brief little thing in case you missed all of that. In short, don't waste the opportunity you have to pursue the Lord in singleness. Don't spend your time moping around about how you wish you were in a relationship. I personally think, and this goes for any stage of your life, so much of our lives can be lived for a particular moment, a big moment. Just think, hey, in high school, I was looking for the day when I'd just be graduated. And I'd go through graduation, and then that moment comes, and then you're like, all right, well, what's next? Well, I just long for the moment I'll start college. And then I long for the moment when I'll be done with college. And then I long for the moment when I'll be married. And I long for the moment when I'll have kids. And I long for the moment when I have this sort of career or something. The majority of your life is lived in the in-between time in your life. So the majority of your life is that in-between time. How are you using and making the most of that in-between time? Or are you just looking for these one singular moments and you're basing 2 to 3 years on looking at that moment, and then that moment happens, and then it's on to the next moment. So don't waste that in-between time. Right now in your singleness, for a lot of you, that's an in-between time before you get to a situation where you're getting married. And so just don't waste that. But really look forward to investing that well. Again, take some time to figure yourself out a bit. Your young 20s is an excellent time to do that. Thinking about what you want out of life, what you're looking for in a spouse even. To live adventurously, spontaneously, to invest in learning, reading good books, spending time with good friends, trying new things. Both spiritually and personally, there's so many things to go after here. So just don't miss out on it. Invest in it well. Don't leave your time of singleness as a time where you're like, man, I really regretted that. I really squandered my time. I just stayed in my parents' house playing video games all night, and I really don't have anything to show for it. I'm taking the same mentality into being a young dad. Like, the years are flying by really quick for my boys. And so I'm trying to make the most of that time, that I don't look back on that time and say, that was wasted time. I spent all my time looking at TV screens or phone screens, but there was no real investment in their lives at that time. So I'm trying to make the most of every season, whatever season that is. So if you want to have any follow-up questions on that, feel free to submit them.